Hello, Year 7. Welcome to your final lesson of the week of Spanish in the summer term. So again, we're looking at los deportes, sports today. And here's a list of the equipment you need for today's lesson. They are the exercise book the school gave you, your knowledge organizer for Module 5, which is attached on class charts, which you can open on a tab on your computer, a pen and a ruler, a highlighter or a different coloured pen, and wordreference.com as well. The online dictionary can be opened on a tab for any words you can't easily find in the knowledge organizer. So get those things ready now. Please remember to email me if you've got any questions about the activities in this lesson, and also to send me photos of your fantastic work so I can give you achievement points for home learning. Fantastic. So we know the date from earlier today, so viernes el 1 de abril. Your title, ¿Qué deportes haces? What sports do you do? And your objective for today is to write about what sports you and your family do using the verbs jugar and hacer. So you're using different persons of the verb, not just that I do for the sports, but what other people do as well. Your do now activity should take about 10 minutes. So within that time, I would like you to write down the date, the title and your objective, and then translate the sentences below. I want them both in Spanish and English, please. So the first one is done for you. Hago atletismo is I do athletics. So write both the Spanish, copy it down, and then write the English. Pause to complete this task. Well done, Year 7. We can go to the answers in a second. And now to correct your answers. So hago atletismo was I do athletics and was your example. Hago ciclismo, I do cycling, or you can say I go cycling. Hago equitación, I do horse riding, I go horse riding. Hago esquí, I do skiing or I go skiing is fine as well. Hago natación, I do swimming, I go swimming. Hago patinaje, I do skating, I go skating. Let's just look at those 6 again. So where it's highlighted in red, make sure you've got your accent in place. On number 3, hago equitación. 4, in esquí. 5, in natación. And then for number 7, juego al baloncesto, is I play basketball. 8, juego al fútbol. I play football. Make sure you have your accent on the U. Juego al tenis. I play tennis. And note it's just 1 N in Spanish and 2 in English. Juego al voleibol. I play volleyball. Y 11, juego al hockey. I play hockey. Remember not to pronounce the H in Spanish. And make sure after juego, you've got al each time. So pause now to check you've got the correct answers. And now I'm going to pass you to Miss Clinton for the rest of the lesson. And I'll speak to you next lesson. Gracias, adiós.
Okay, we're now going to spend about 5 minutes saying the verb out loud, and then you're going to copy it down into your books with the English translations next to it. So, jugar. Everybody, can you say jugar? Means to play, and that's the infinitive. Juego, I play. Repeat after me. Juegas, you play. Repeat. Juega, he, she plays. Repeat. Jugamos, we play. Repeat. Jugáis, you plural play. Repeat. Juegan, they play. Repeat. Now, please pause your video to copy down the infinitive plus the whole of the Spanish verb with the English. Off you go. So I'd now like you to spend a further 5 minutes learning this verb off by heart by using Look, Cover, Write, Check. Highlight or use a different colour pen on the ones that you get correct and then redo the ones that you get wrong. So pause the video now and get learning. Okay, on to activity 3. You're going to spend about 5 minutes filling in the gaps with the correct form of the verb jugar. I'd like you to only write the verb, not the whole sentence into your book. For example, a veces, okay. I'd like you to write I play. So in your book, what you would write is juego al. Please don't forget to write al after your verb jugar each time. Okay? Have a go by yourselves now on the next 6. Pause the video now. Please now correct anything that you got wrong. So, number 1, todos los días juego al fútbol. Los fines de semana jugamos al baloncesto. Número 3, los sábados juegan al tenis. Número 4, los viernes juega al voleibol. Número 5, una vez por semana jugáis al tenis. 2 veces por semana juegas al baloncesto. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing now with the verb hacer, which we actually learned a couple of lessons ago. So it should be quite easy for you. You're first of all going to repeat the verb out loud after me, and then you'll be copying out the whole verb into your book in both Spanish with the English translations. So, hacer, to do, is the infinitive. Repeat. Hago, I do. Repeat. Haces, you do. Repeat. Hace, he, she does. Repeat. Hacemos, we do. Repeat. Hacéis, you plural do. Repeat. Hacen, they do. Please now pause the video and write down the English translations. Okay, now I'm going to learn this verb off by heart, just like we did before with jugar, and you're going to use Look, Cover, Write, Check. Please again highlight anything that you got correct and redo the ones that you got wrong. So pause your video and start now. Okay, on to activity 6. Spend about 5 minutes, again, filling in the gaps with the correct form of the verb. Hacer. Write only the verb, not the whole sentence, into your book. For example, a veces patinaje. I'd like you to write in your book, I do. Therefore, in your book, you would write hago. Off you go at the next 6 by yourselves. Pause the video now. Okay, now correct your answers, please. So number 1, todos los días haces natación. So you should have written haces, and I've highlighted the words in red to make it more clear for you. Número 2, los fines de semana hacemos equitación. Los sábados hacen atletismo. 4, los viernes hace ciclismo. Una vez por semana hacéis esquí. Hopefully you remember to add your accent there. Número 6, 2 veces por semana hago patinaje. Pause your video now to make any changes. Okay, moving on to some reading and listening. Going to spend about 10 minutes doing this. You're first of all going to listen to me read the Spanish text below. And you're then going to pause the video and repeat the text out loud. You may want to pause the video after each paragraph to make it a bit easier. You're then going to fill in the gaps to the English translation on the right. You need write out only the missing words into English. So here's the Spanish text. I'm going to read out the first paragraph. You'll pause the video and then you'll repeat. Me llamo señorita Clinton. Hago muchos deportes porque soy muy activa. Me encantan los deportes ya que son sanos. Una vez por semana hago ciclismo y atletismo. Los fines de semana juego al fútbol y al voleibol con mis amigos. ¡Qué guay! Todos los días a las 7 de la mañana, mi hermano y yo vamos a la piscina y hacemos natación. Sin embargo, nunca hacemos equitación porque es demasiado caro. Pause the video and repeat. Los jueves juego al baloncesto, mientras mis padres hacen patinaje. Pause the video and repeat. Todos los días, después de la cena, mi familia y yo jugamos al fútbol. Me chifla porque es emocionante. Pause the video and repeat. So here we have the English translation. You'll notice I've done it per paragraph, just like we did before, but this time there are 10 words missing in the English. So I would like you to reread the text, and in your books you're going to write out the missing words in English. For example, I do lots of sports because I am. There's the missing gap. You would write in very, because you needed to have translated the word muy. Pause the video now and have a go at numbers 2 to 10 by yourselves. Okay, now check your answers, please, and correct anything that you got wrong. So we already said that number 1, we had to translate muy, which means very. Number 2, you had to translate una vez por semana, which means once a week. Number 3, you had to translate los fines de semana, on the weekends. You may have written at the weekends, that would be fine. Number 4, you had to translate todos los días, which means every day. Number 5, you had to translate mi hermano y yo, which means my brother and I. Take care and note this down for future reference. Lots of students, often when they're trying to say that they're doing another action with someone else, they want to use this phrase, but not always successfully. So remember, you add the first person who's doing the action with you first, and then you write y, yo. Number 6, you had to translate hacemos natación. Note here we've got a different subject pronoun shown by hemos ending. So it's we do swimming. You may have written we go swimming, and that would be fine as well. Number 7, you had to translate hacemos equitación. So you should have written, however, we never do horse riding. We already had our subject pronoun we there, so you just had to write in there. Do horse riding, you may have written go horse riding. That would be fine as well. And number 8, on Thursdays I play baloncesto, is the word you have to translate, basketball. Whilst my parents, and you had to translate hacen patinaje. Again, notice different subject pronoun here because we've got a different ending, hacen. So they do skating. You may have written they go skating as well. And finally, number 10, you had to translate emocionante. Now, common misconception is that it means emotional. It means exciting. So you should have written exciting. Pause your video now to change anything that you may need to. Okay, on to the penultimate activity. You're now going to spend about 5 minutes writing about some of the sports that you do. So please include, obviously, the sports you play and the sports you don't play. You might want to include connectives. I've given you some examples there. And also some key time expressions. Also, I've given you some examples there. If you want to have a go at the challenge, you might want to say what sports your friends and family play. But remember, you do need to change the verb ending if you want to do that. You may want to include some opinion expressions with reasons, but again, think about the grammar. You may need to include the infinitive after the opinions. Use my model below to help you as a reference, and off you go. Okay, for the last couple of the lessons now, let's see how much you've learnt. You're going to follow the link below to your quizzes for today. Just remember, if you need to add an accent, you can hold down the Alt-GR button on your laptop or computer, and then you press the letter that you need the accent on. Okay, good luck. Just before you do that as well, remember, if you've still got time after that to complete your full hour, you can learn box 1 from your grammar knowledge organizer. They are the 4 irregular verbs that we've been doing over the last couple of lessons below. So a final well done from me, Year 7. You've done really brilliantly this lesson. Thank you for your hard work. Keep it up. Hasta luego.